Hi, and welcome to The Bright Balloon, a podcast where I'm sharing bright ideas for your balloon business. My name is Sarah Meyer, and I'm a balloon business owner like you, and I love the creative side of what I do, but I really love the business side, which seems to be the part where most people struggle. So I'm here to help. Each week, I'm bringing you an episode full of bite-sized tips you can use to make tiny improvements to your business. I want you to make more money, eliminate stress, and learn along with me as we grow our creative businesses together. Welcome to The Bright Balloon. Hello and welcome to this episode. Today I'm chatting with the one and only Joe from Havin Wholesale. And in case you don't know, where have you been? Havin is a balloon distributor that has been so good to me and this podcast, and they are so good to all of their customers. They take care of us as balloon professionals. So it was fitting to have Joe back on the show to talk about a new trend that we've seen popping up all over the country, and that is the balloon bar. So we are talking about what people are doing to kind of finally move out of their home-based businesses and into a location where their customers can come and purchase balloons. So Joe has a really unique perspective because he's able to see trends in products when new manufacturers come out with colors or new products. He also is able to see what sells quickly, what's not selling. So he has become kind of this expert in the industry in terms of helping balloon professionals select appropriate materials for their designated shop or their pop-up. So we're going to talk about that as well. So thank you again to Joe for being on another episode, and I hope you enjoy this interview. If you've listened to any episodes of this podcast, you know that I think the most important part of running a balloon business is the customer experience. I like making it easy for my customers to purchase from me and pay me. I like making the process clear, and I like being really approachable and easy to talk to, which is why as a customer, I love receiving that same treatment when I shop for balloons. I love having a party wholesale because they take care of me as their client. They always have recommendations. They treat me with respect. They know the industry, and they make it easy for me to shop and pay. So if you are in need of a balloon distributor or just want to check them out, click the link in the show notes and let them know that the Bright Balloon sent you. All right, welcome back again, Joe from Havin Always a pleasure to have you on the podcast.
Yes, definitely excited to be here again. And Sarah, your platform is definitely top notch right now.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you guys being so supportive from the beginning. And we are back to talk about some trends. You kind of have a really interesting insight. I was thinking about what you get to know. Like, you get to know the new colors first, and you get to see what everyone's buying and what's selling out really quick. So you kind of have this bird's eye view of like all of the trends, which is really cool.
It's really funny because Tough Text usually sends us an email maybe like a month prior of what's being released. Like, top secret, this is what's going on right now. So we have a deal with them where I usually have the product like maybe 2 weeks beforehand.
Okay. And you can't
almost like Nike has like a sneaker beforehand. Like Foot Locker has like a sneaker like 2 weeks before. We have the same situation. We don't release it. We don't tell no one what it is. We just keep it very hush hush. Like that color lace that just came out.
Yeah.
Everyone was blown away, but we've already had it probably for a week and a half.
Did it all sell out immediately?
That went fast.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That went really fast. That's like a perfect color ivory.
Yeah, all those neutrals. It's like that's what we need. Yeah. All those neutrals. Very cool. Well, Today we are chatting about one of the newer trends that you are seeing. I'm certainly seeing it all over Instagram. But we're going to chat about balloon bars. So tell us what a balloon bar is.
Okay, so basically, some of these people that were stuck home for the past 2-3 years now, they got to get out of the house. Their kids are running around the balloons, their husbands, their wives, they're just like, got to get out of the house. I'm done. So basically, they open up a studio. They get out of the house. They get a storefront. Some people don't. Some people are so comfortable with just living home and doing their work in their basements. They transform their basement into their actual balloon bar, their personal balloon bar. But some people actually want a little storefront studio area. So That's what they're doing. And so they're moving into a storefront, and then they're just focusing on colors and they're designing it. So we've been helping people with that.
That's amazing. So then is the idea that they're going to really cater to walk-in traffic where someone would come in and design a bouquet and walk out with it at the same time? Or have
Yeah.
you been seeing like different versions of this?
See, another thing was they're doing these garlands, like the pickup garlands that you
Yeah.
also do, right?
Yep.
They don't want them coming to their house anymore.
Right.
That's
Right.
their biggest thing. So they're like, what do we do? I'm like, get a little commercial space. It could be off the beaten path, but still have something where people don't go to your house. Like at 1 o'clock in the afternoon and there's cars lined up on the street, have a little place where they can pick it up if you want your business to go that direction.
Yeah,
And
that's
then at
really
that
cool.
point, I'm like, just put a little balloon bar in there. So at least you can maybe pay for that rent while you're there.
Right. Well, and I have seen this change too. I know a lot of people looking for space, and it's hard right now. It's really
You know,
competitive. Actually, I have a friend in New Jersey, not far from you, she's just been looking for a space, and it's crazy what
I
people are
know,
charging, and it's hard to find
I
something.
know.
But there was kind of this move to like warehouses, it seemed like, and now people are almost swinging the different direction, where it's like if you're going to pay that price anyway, you might as well be in a visible location where you can get some foot traffic. So I'm seeing a
Yeah,
lot of retail spaces as well.
100%. So the warehouse, I feel like some people don't want to sell retail.
Hmm.
They don't want to sit. They don't want to be sitting in the store waiting for people to come in. They rather have a big workspace.
Yeah,
Some people just have so much work, which is great, that they just need some kind of area, a big area. Some people want a back room. Some people want more of a front desk where they can sit down and chat with the person regarding their event, party, or colors. Because you know how it goes when people want to talk about colors. It's like it could be discussions forever about
sure,
what color purple you want in your
sure,
event.
sure.
So some people want to sit down and go through that with the books and
Yeah,
whatnot.
so I like that this idea of the balloon bar can be kind of different. Like I have seen it like the helium bouquets where like you have all the
Yeah,
colors out and people are picking, and then I think it's common too with like the grab and go garlands.
exactly.
It's like a middle ground where you're not in your home, but you're not like this full production huge
No,
business in a warehouse. It's like a good first step, I
it
think.
is a great first step. So we've been helping a lot of these people put their bloom bar together.
Yeah,
Remember,
okay.
it's
So
more. It's, yeah,
tell me about this because it's like it blew my mind when you were telling me how you're helping everyone with their inventory and just direction because it is really overwhelming.
so every single business has their own way of that they want to portray how they want to sell their balloons. Some people don't like certain colors. Some people want more of a like a bougie kind of look, like an upscale balloon bar.
Yeah.
Some people want that festive look in their event, in their balloon store, whatever, their balloon bar. So at that point, they would come into the store. I'll do a little personal shopping, and I'll show them what they could be putting in their store. And so that's why I've been helping everyone, and everyone has their own little look that they want.
So the local people, they can go in. What about people who are listening who are like all over the country? First of all, like you ship to anywhere, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
anyone.
So
But how
there's a
could you help
company.
them if someone's like, "Ooh, I really want to do this." But like what do they do? Just order a whole bunch of balloons or how can you help them kind of I guess pick that initial inventory?
I know. So it goes a lot with trust. So there was just a company in Texas, and we were talking about the same thing. And she gave me a budget and said, "Here, I just send me a lot of latex. I need ribbon. I need a ribbon spool, to put the ribbon on. I also need balloon bags. I need happy birthdays, get wells, thank yous, all the licensed characters. Because remember, Batman, Superman, Paw Patrol, that kind of licensed balloons. And then they put them. Then I would just put it in their budget and ship it out, and that's it.
Yeah,
Just charge them. Now the main thing is the letters and numbers, which get very expensive because you can't just have one number.
right.
Look at the year; it's 2022. So
Oh, I know, it's a nightmare.
you gotta have twos, gold and silver. You gotta have. I can't even imagine how many twos you need.
I know it's the worst graduation year ever.
Yeah, you gotta have triple the amount. But remember, you gotta have a lot on stock. Gotta
Mm-hmm.
have around like 50 number twos at this point. Because if people come in and they want, once you do a school, one child in that school, the whole class is gonna want that
Yeah.
same display. So I've been helping everyone trying to get their twos together this month, unfortunately. But
That's so funny. But I
yeah,
but I like how you said that too, that it's almost like you kind of know if someone explains their business to you, like, oh, we want like the rainbow colors and super fun and
yes,
super bright versus someone who's like, I do a lot of weddings and I want
exactly,
it's really nice that you are so in tune with the colors that you know kind of what should go where. That's really awesome.
exactly. Like you know Pink Flamingo
Yeah.
in Connecticut,
Yeah,
Ashley,
yeah,
right?
absolutely.
So she comes in, and we were talking about her store, and she is very rainbow,
Hmm.
pink, fluorescent colors. So we went by that with helping her put her store together.
That's
And
awesome.
she's so much fun when
Yeah,
she came
she
in.
is.
She wanted to pick everything, and I was like, some things don't really sell so well. I know, but I love that pizza balloon. I'm like, okay, so I'll give you a pizza balloon, but good luck with that. Okay.
Foils are really tricky too, though, because like I have been so off the mark with foils. Like I bought all these Father's Day balloons one year, and I
Okay.
can't sell those things to save my life. I don't know. No one buys their dad balloons or something, but like
No.
foils are so specific. Latex you can always get rid of.
Oh, it doesn't matter with latex, except like some colors you rather use from different manufacturers, just because of that shade that you want to put in your location.
Yeah,
But with foils, it goes by the trend. Some things that were hot 8 months ago, foil was selling so well, doesn't sell now.
right. Yeah, you don't want to be stuck with like a Encanto
No,
balloon in 3 years.
no, you do not want Encanto Blue in 3 years. But right now, Encanto is the number one. You can't keep it in.
We freaking love Encanto in my
You
house.
love it. Everyone's doing Encanto, so you gotta have the Encanto balloons in
Yeah,
stock. But
it's
as
so
soon as
cool.
that comes in, it sells out.
Okay, well, I'm putting you on the spot here. We did not talk about this in advance, but I'm trying to pick your brain because I do not have a balloon bar, but I
Okay.
want to utilize some of these like auto auto services that you're kind of mentioning. I don't know if you
Okay.
have this like ability, but I know that I would love to sign up for something that it was like monthly or every other month where I get not even balloons, but like high float, high shine, my bags, my weights, like just like an auto replenish. I know I texted you once, like Amazon
Yeah,
Prime, but for
yeah, yeah.
balloons, that would
So
be so fun.
me and the crew, my father, Austin, a couple other guys, we all spoke about this maybe a year ago
Yeah.
about having this kind of service. It was that kind of service, and then actually all new product.
Ooh.
You know, like those gift boxes that like you just have no idea what's in it, and it's like
Yeah,
goes by
like
the theme.
FabFitFun. You
Exactly.
get a
So we were
necklace
gonna
and
do that.
perfume.
So like this month would be graduation and Father's Day stuff, all new
Mm.
product. And then the next month would be probably be like I don't know, some maybe some back to school, so you get ready. But or it could just be regular happy birthdays that we feel are going to be the newest balloon.
Yeah.
We just didn't implement it because we asked around. Some people weren't really interested,
Hmm.
but we do want to do that
I think that would be so cool, especially
eventually in the
if, like
future.
for me, it's not even about the balloons. It's about the like the boring basic stuff that I always forget to order. Like send me U glue dashes
I know,
every month, and I
I
will use
know,
them.
I
That would
know.
be so amazing.
I want to work it in. I want to do it. I think it's a
And
great idea.
if anyone is listening, send them an email telling them to do
Yes, send me an email, and we will try to get it together. But yeah, it's not that hard. It's really not that bad.
Well,
We
and
just,
it's not that hard to order it either, but I always just am like last minute, like, wait,
no,
how am I out of high float? How am I out of high shine?
I have one customer that she doesn't care what I send her. She just says, send me an order once a week and put whatever you want in there.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
And I'm like, I don't do it just because I don't know what.
Yeah, that's
One,
a ton of pressure.
yeah, it puts a little pressure on me just to try to get it together and other people.
That's
But
very
like with
cool.
these balloon bars, that's what they've been doing.
So this balloon bar idea, it's a great like next step, I think. Like you mentioned, a lot of us start in our homes and then we get to the point where we need to take this next step. And I love the idea of having a balloon bar that's a place people can come versus your home.
Exactly.
What you've also seen a trend in like rentals and that whole area kind of taking off. That's like another next step, but it's much more, I think, a financial investment? Like if you're going to get all the backdrops, all the frames, like what are you seeing
Yeah.
people doing that's really paying off and taking them to the next level?
So a lot of companies have actually been, they're part of Alphalit.
Mm,
So they're a balloon company, and then they bought into the Alphalit franchise.
yes.
And so people don't have to buy the Alphalit franchise; they just buy their own letters and numbers,
Yeah.
and then they make them, or they can actually buy them from another company.
Yeah, those
So
marquees are
that's what.
crazy around here.
But remember, at that point, you can't have them in your garage. You can't put them in your basement. They're too heavy. They're too big. So you put them in. You get a warehouse, or you
Hmm.
get a studio. But some people don't want to go that route. Some people just want to stay with the balloons. Me personally, if I was doing the balloon decorating like we used to do chair and table rentals.
Okay.
At this point, I probably would have did already a number and letter kind of, like the big statues and everything, the big marquees. I probably would have stopped buying it just
Yeah.
because it's easy.
Yeah, it is.
It's
Well,
easy to have it instead of calling a company and say, "Hey, can I rent this for the weekend?" Or what happens if you're doing balloons on something and you damage it?
so okay, this is so interesting you said this because I have actually sent out a couple emails because I like working with my Alphalit
Okay,
place, but they're an hour and a half away. So if someone wants to rent one or two numbers, like for a birthday, the delivery alone is like $200. So
wow,
just for those two numbers, so I have kind of started thinking about maybe just getting a set of numbers because then you could, I mean, how easy is that to sell with like an add-on of balloons if you
it's
have the
so
birthday
easy.
number? Like I don't want all the letters, I don't want to do all the words, like that's just too much for me, but just the numbers I have been thinking about. So is that a trend that you think is going to stay strong for a
I
long
tell
time?
every company buy 2022,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
buy a three, because New Year's Eve you're gonna sell out. You're gonna use
Hmm.
it. 2022 for graduation. You're gonna make your money back in 2 weeks,
That's
just because
interesting.
how much time you're gonna be using it. You can put
Right,
it in
yeah.
front of the school for a week for
Yeah.
graduation season, and you're gonna make your money back in one shot.
Well, and unlike balloons, those numbers they make money over and over again.
Oh,
So
you can use these forever. Yeah,
mhm.
it's
Very
just
cool.
storage. It's the storage and the wear and tear, fixing them. If you put lights in them, like a light bulb breaks, you gotta have the wires, and
Yeah, yeah.
that's the only thing with it.
Yeah, but no, they
So,
are really cool and I love adding balloons to them. The other rental item, I don't have very many rental items. I
that's
only have them like, like framework almost, but I have
sure.
a circle arch.
Oh, those are good.
I swear to God, that thing has made me more money than anything else I've ever bought for my balloon business, other than like maybe my inflator. It's the best investment ever, which again, while I have you on the phone, because I'm selfishly like shopping as I
That's
chat with you. Do you guys have I've talked to a bunch of people and this is something everyone wants. Do you have a circle frame
okay.
that clicks together, not the little
Yes,
eye screw? You do.
I should. Yeah, I
I
should.
want I want to buy one. So if you do, I'm going to buy one. And if you
There's two
don't,
different sizes. There's a 6 foot one and an eight
okay.
foot one.
I
I
think
would say get the bigger one. It's the probably the.
yeah.
It looks better in the presentation.
But does it click into place? You know what I mean?
They
Like,
should click. I
shink.
gotta find out.
Okay,
Not
let
the
me
rental
know
guy, but yeah, I gotta
because
find
I've
out.
talked to like five or six people, and we're all on the quest for the perfect circle arch. Because mine takes like 25 minutes to put together, like and
Really?
like to put all the little eye hooks in, and like
Oh,
putting
that's
them
too
in,
much.
yeah, and
No, it should click.
carrying all the pieces. So if you have a good click one, I
I'll
will
let you
find
know.
out eventually, and we'll put it in the show notes and get ready because that's what I need is
The
one that
circle
clicks
arch is
together.
good. No, it's also very sells very well. The gender reveal piece.
What's that?
It's a big question mark. So for all the gender
Oh,
reveals, you could do your balloons around that.
so it's a frame.
It's a gender reveal frame. It's a big question
Interesting.
mark. Yeah, that
Very
sounds
cute.
excellent.
What other stuff like that do you have? Like what other non-balloon framey stuff is a good
I have
sell?
stars. I have hearts. I
Ooh, the
have a
star.
unicorn head.
You have a
What else?
unicorn head frame?
Yeah, the
Oh my
unicorn head
gosh.
frame, which is very cute. But for Valentine's Day, the hearts.
Yeah.
Right now, Memorial Day, the stars always sell. Yeah, but the circle arches, those always move
I
fast.
love it. I love them. Well, very cool. And then real quick before we wrap up, who who do you know that we could look to for some inspiration for this balloon bar idea. If we are looking to transition out of a home and into a space, do you have any names you want to drop that we can
Sure,
go
I'll
and
drop.
talk
Okay, so there's several people in New Jersey that they're up and coming, and they're opening up soon.
Okay.
So, but the person that's already ready, her name is Alana Rose.
Okay.
She's in New Jersey. She just opened up Tuesday.
Very
This
cool.
was, what was it? What was yesterday? May 30th. Yeah.
Okay.
May 30th, she just opened up, and we helped her put a store together. Also, Pink Flamingo in Connecticut.
Yes.
You got to check out her balloon bar.
And she has a full retail, but she definitely has like
Yes,
the signature
full
balloon
retail,
bar.
sells everything, and then she also has the balloon bar, which is incredible also.
Very cool. Well, and this episode will come out in a few weeks, so Alana will be up and running for a while by then.
Yes,
and
she'll be up and running. And
if
we're
anyone's
working on a couple
listening and has a balloon bar, message me on Instagram, message the Bright Balloon, and then we'll share your page as well. Because I think the more that we can see how people are doing this, the more we can all learn and implement.
100%. There's someone in California that's opening up. There's someone in Manhattan that I went to her store twice to figure out a location where she should put it.
Yeah, very
in the
cool.
back of the store or the front of the store. So we're trying to figure that out. So I'm working with her right now. And there's a couple more people next month that plan on coming in to also set up a studio, balloon bar, and they want to pick my brain and figure what's a good way to start it.
Well, and I think too, even if someone isn't starting a balloon bar, I think what you just mentioned is something that I didn't ever consider, that I could actually like call you and ask questions. I just thought like, I can figure this out by myself. So I think chatting with people who have the insights of like what you need to have, what works, what won't sell, what will sell. Joe's your man.
It's very hard on the website. Even though our website is really easy to use, sometimes you go on, you don't even know what you're looking for. You're just on the website. It's overwhelming
now to see everything in front of you.
There's a lot. You have the happy birthdays. You got licensed ones. Where do you start? What's selling at that moment? So sometimes you got to call someone and say, "What's new right now? What should I be selling?" So that's what I've been helping a lot of people with going with that.
Well, very cool. What's the best way to reach you? How would you like people to reach out to you if they do have questions?
Honestly, DMing has been working out great.
On Instagram, right?
Instagram.
You're having a party with all the underscores.
Yes, the underscore right? one. Yeah, that's probably the best one. And at that point, I'll just call you.
That's amazing.
If you need some kind of extra advice or whatever. We used to have the retail store, so we we kind of know what you need.
Yeah.
Like you need regulators.
Yeah.
So I speak to a lot of balloon people. Some people don't use helium, so they don't even know what a regulator is.
Yeah, helium's really scary for beginner people. Like, I don't know why, but I used to be really scared of helium too.
So I have to explain what a regulator is and which ones to use, because if it breaks, we got to replace it. Mm-hmm. So that's what I've been working with a lot of people with.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much. Hopefully everyone listening will go click the link in the show notes, check out Havin Party. They're amazing, you guys.
Sarah, hands down, best podcast. Best.
Well, thank you, Joe. It is always a pleasure.
Good luck with your month off in July.
Oh, I know, right? It's really hard. I've been getting requests, and it's really hard.
Listen, you need some time to just revamp and do your thing and relax and spend time with the family.
I'll do a follow-up. Maybe it'll be the worst decision I've ever made. We'll see.
No way. It's going to be fine.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Would you like to sell more balloons on your website? Hi, I'm Jeff at Asset Lab, and we can help you navigate either starting your e-commerce journey or leveling it up with more products, more capability, and delivery windows for your e-commerce customers. If you'd like to learn more about how we can help you generate more sales on your website, please visit us at assetlab.us.
Thanks for joining me in this week's episode. As usual, I tried to keep it bright and light in a few minutes or less. If you wish there were more episodes, you are in luck. You can join us in our Patreon group for our monthly book club. I record weekly episodes guiding you through a different self-development book each month. For as little as $3 a month, you can join more than 50 other balloon business owners in our private group. Click the link in the show notes to join us. So many of you have reached out and told me how the podcast has changed your business, and I love hearing those stories. But you might be ready to take things to the next level. If that's you, you should check out the laser-focused Solopreneur course where I walk you through more than 2 hours of video content showing exactly how I run my business as a solopreneur. I run a 6-figure balloon business, I work a full-time job, I have a toddler, and I produce this podcast weekly. And it's not because I'm more efficient than anybody else, it's just because I apply this laser-focused framework to every decision that I make. If you're struggling with work-life balance, figuring out how to grow your business in a manageable way, and feeling like there just aren't enough hours in the day, this course is for you. Check it out using the link in the show notes.